One communist on the faculty of one university is one communist too many. One communist among the American advisors at Yalta was one communist too many. And even if there were only one communist in the State Department, even if there were only one communist in the State Department, that would still be one communist too many.
Well, guys, Joseph McCarthy was right. One communist is one communist too many. Now, here we are in 2026, guys, and the Democratic Party is mass off communists. These DSA people are actually winning primaries in the Democratic Party. The establishment Democrats, man, they're falling apart. And they're actually socialists just as well. They're just not admitting it. These DSA people, man, they are way too far to the left. They are like Stalin and Lenin. This is what we're actually dealing with right here. The insanity on the left is anti-American. Anti-American. They want to tax people into oblivion. These people don't have any American values. They want to call themselves progressives, but let's just be real. They're regressives. These people have the same ideology of the Soviet Union. And look what happened to the Soviet Union. It collapsed. Socialism has a 100% failure rate. 100%. These people actually hate capitalism. I love capitalism, folks. If I see a product, man, I want to be able to go out there, buy it. I want the market to actually dictate the price. I don't need the government actually trying to fix a price. Folks, we got way too much government. Way too much government. And if these socialists, man, get in charge, we're going to be the Soviet Union. I'm just calling it what it is. Well, we actually have one of these DSA members. His name is Chris Rabb. He's running for the 3rd Congressional District seat in Pennsylvania. And he's going to be the Democratic Party's nominee. And he is a far left lunatic. He actually won his election by around 15 points. He got like 45% of the vote. Second place finisher came in at just over 29% of the vote. Well, he showed up on Sean Hannity, and boy, it was a disaster on Fox News. A disaster. For one thing, man, he didn't even know Sean Hannity's name. He called him Scott. Sean Hannity actually had to correct him. Now, some of these DSA lunatics, man, they're trying to walk back on their socialist views because it's not playing too well for the Democrats in the midterms. I'm not a doomer, folks. It's not a guarantee the Democrats are going to win anything. You would actually think that the Democratic Party, after the 2024 election, when they lost everything, that they would actually be more moderate, move to the center. No, these people move even further to the left. They want to abolish ICE. They want mass amnesty. Yeah, I don't think that's going to play well. So I wouldn't be shocked, guys, to actually see the House remain in Republican hands. I think it's almost a given, guys, that the Senate is actually going to remain in Republican hands because the map ain't mathing for the Democrats. If they get wiped out again, man, with the House, the Democratic Party, they're already cooked. The socialists have taken over. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this clip, guys, because we must react to Chris Rabb here with Sean Hannity. Here we go. So this is the clip right here with Sean Hannity. And by the way, the communist Hassan Piker actually campaigned with Chris Rabb. Let's roll it.
Anyway, Democratic nominee for Pennsylvania's 3rd Congressional District, Chris Rabb, joins us now. Chris, appreciate you coming. Let me just go through
My
the
pleasure.
DSA.
Thank you, Scott.
My name is not Scott. My name is Sean, but that's okay.
He called him Scott. Wow. Anyway.
Okay.
Apologies.
Let's go. No worries. No worries. Let's go through the DSA beliefs. Yes or no? You want to eliminate the U.S. Senate?
That's not really what I ran on. That's the DSA national platform.
Okay, I'm asking. You're a DSA member.
I'm letting you know what I ran on because I'm the Democratic nominee for the 3rd Congressional District.
Do you want?
You notice he didn't say he didn't disavow that. This man is a card-carrying member of the DSA. He's a card-carrying member of the DSA. He believes in that.
Do you want amnesty
what I ran on.
Sir, I'm asking you quick questions, then we'll give you time. Do you want amnesty for illegals and to abolish borders?
What are illegals?
Illegal immigrants, people that didn't respect our laws, borders, and sovereignty, entered the country without permission. Illegally.
I don't accept the premise of that question.
You see, guys, left, they don't like the term illegal. Because, to these radical leftists, man, that says no one's illegal on stolen land. That kind of thing. No, these people that broke into our country or overstayed their visas, they are illegal aliens. That is what the law actually says.
There are folks who have documentation, but these are not criminal acts.
Yes, it is.
Excuse me. If you enter our country illegally, by definition, that is a criminal act. Do you want to abolish ICE?
Absolutely, and dismantle the immigrant concentration camps.
He admitted it right there. He wants to abolish ICE and dismantle the concentration camps. Other words, the ICE facilities, folks. The ICE facilities where these criminals are actually at, waiting to get deported. He's telling you that.
Do you want to defund the Department of War?
We need to radically reduce how much money we're spending with the Pentagon. Absolutely. Our war budget is radically larger than every other country combined.
Do you want to end all deportations?
Do I want to end all deportations? We want to make sure that there's an immigration system that is fair, just, and efficient, and we don't have that system. There was a bipartisan bill in the Senate that was moving towards that, but your president tried to kill that in order to be president again.
Well, he's also your president. You do live in the United States, whether you like it or not. Would you like to eliminate cash bail and establish a wealth tax?
Absolutely.
These dumb communists, man, they always want to tax unrealized gains. So to the dumb people out there, somebody like Elon Musk used to be worth $1 trillion. I believe he's actually below that now. Let's just say Elon is worth 900 million. Okay. They want to tax him on $900 million. Elon Musk does not have $900 million. 900 billion, I should actually say, because he was a trillionaire. Let's say he had 900 trillion. Elon Musk does not have 900 trillion at all. He may have, I don't know, $500 million in cash, but they want to tax his wealth. This is insane.
Okay. You want, obviously, I went through your list. You want the Green New Deal. Would you like to abolish prisons and abolish the police?
Well, what's interesting about that statement is long before there was any notion of policing, we had founders that did not even understand that term. Policing is something that's evolved over time. Ultimately, what we want is to have communities that are safe. And 99% of what police do are not going after the bad guys. All of that can be done in different ways.
So you support,
really?
So you want
trained to do
police. Okay, I'm talking about police that arrest bad people, that commit crimes and commit robberies and rape, the child molesters, the drug dealers, those people, the people that have guns that
Were there people
protect
who did
the
that
innocent.
before the term police existed, though? I mean, let's talk about this in the appropriate context.
You want to go by the definition. Everyone watching this show knows what policing is. You know what policing is. So let's not play word games. Do you want to defund the police or not?
I'm a state lawmaker who's
defund
represented 70,000 people for 10 years. No,
do you want them
never
safe and secure?
What my point is,
you do recognize there are murderers, rapists, child molesters, drug dealers, bad people in this world. Do you want to have people that are hired to arrest them?
we need to keep our communities safe, and there are ways of doing it.
Other words, that means no. What DSA person has ever advocated for actually arresting real criminals? None of them have. None of them have. They want the criminals out there on the streets. This is exactly what's going to happen, man, if these socialists take over the country.
Do
Long
you
before
want
the term police ever existed.
Then how, if you
Do you
don't
believe in
have police,
sheriffs?
how would you protect the
Do you
people in
believe
your
in state
district?
troopers?
State troopers, can they be armed in your view?
Hey, listen, I believe in arming oneself. Listen, my people are from the South.
So do I.
All right. So the only way we could protect ourselves was to arm ourselves because we couldn't trust the police because they were largely part of the Klan. So yes, all of my people were
That
armed.
is a generalization
I have no problem
that
with
is not true. Let me ask you this. Universal
I can
basic
only speak
income,
for
the Green New Deal that you support, federal jobs, you want a guaranteed federal job, guaranteed income, guaranteed housing, guaranteed child care, government's grocery stores.
He's a communist.
No more oil and gas, et cetera.
Wow.
So my question for you is, we spend more per capita on education per child than any industrialized country, and we have the worst results. That's government-run, government schools. We adopted Obamacare. The promise was keep your doctor, keep your plan. Average family saves $2,500 a year. The results are in, and, well, millions lost doctors, millions lost plans, and the average family pays 300% more, and 40% of the country around that number has one Obamacare exchange option. Social Security was supposed to be put in a lockbox. This is all government run. You're putting your faith in government. So my question to you is why?
So this is the same government that's run
Let me finish
by
my question.
Republicans.
My question to you is why you put so much faith, hope, and trust that you want the government to basically control every aspect of people's lives. Why? Why do you have to trust them so much with that failed record?
Well, we're talking about a red trifecta right now. You all control everything, the Supreme Court, the presidency, the Senate, and the House. Where are your solutions?
Elections.
Why are we not doing so well?
Well, we just have.
Well, we know that the Democrats shut down the government twice, and they're on the verge of actually doing it again. But they want to call President Trump a king. Funny how that works.
4 years of Biden and wide open borders and a president that didn't know what day of the week it was. So, I mean, I think we're doing a lot better off. Let me ask you, if I can, a last question.
You're trying to talk about
the top 10% of Americans pay 50 to 60% of our tax bill. The top 20% pay nearly 100. The bottom 50% of wage earners pay 1 to 2% of the total income tax bill. Now, to me, that's redistribution. How much of every dollar that any American makes should they be allowed to keep without you and your fellow DSA members taking it?
Let's just go back to the Reagan era. How about those tax?
The Reagan era was he dropped the top marginal
rates?
rate. Okay, well, he dropped the top marginal rate from 70 to 28%. You want 28%? You'd be okay with that?
What I'm saying is there was a time under Democratic and Republican presidencies where the tax rate on the wealthiest Americans was much higher than it is now.
Okay.
And
Reagan
I think we should go back to that.
Let me help educate you, because I know a lot about
millionaires
Reagan.
like yourself and billionaires
Let me
to
educate
pay their
you.
fair share. Because I'm old school.
I pay way more than my fair share. Trust me. The bottom 50% of wage earners pay 1 to 2% of the tax bill. But Reagan dropped the top marginal rate from 70 to 28%. It created 20 million new jobs, the longest period of peacetime economic growth in history. If you want to adopt Reaganomics, I don't know. I might consider your candidacy if you get rid of this other nonsense that you believe.
That's a
I'm glad you find this humorous. Listen, I'm glad you're applauding Reagan. I mean, I feel like I've made progress with you today.
Listen,
70 to 28% is
probably
I
things
think that's
that we
weird.
agree. I think there's plenty of things that we can agree on. I've worked with conservative Republicans for 10 years in the nation's largest full-time state legislature.
All right. Well, you have the bluest district in the country, so I imagine you're going to Washington. Congratulations. We appreciate your time. Thank you. It's been enlightening.
Yeah, you guys saw that right there, man. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with, folks. We're dealing with these communists who also are not very smart, because if they were smart, they wouldn't be communists. You know, they wouldn't be a part of the DSA if they weren't smart. This is unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. And this guy's probably more than likely, probably like a 90% chance he's actually going to Congress. And he's a radical communist, folks. A communist. This is the core of the Democratic Party. Joseph McCarthy was right, man. That should be a statue built of him, because he warned this country, like what, 70 plus years ago, about what was actually happening. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.